Welcome back, Dunk Squad, to year two of the Madden 24 Los Angeles Rams realistic rebuild. If you tune in to part one, we finished with a 7-10 record, third in the division. We lost Matthew Stafford to retirement, even though we had planned to bring him back for another year because that second half of the year he balled out. But because of his retirement, we were had to take another quarterback going a different direction at quarterback, even though we did not plan on doing that. So with all that being said, let's meet those quarterback options and meet the roster, the team, the squad here before the preseason and training camp starts here in year two. So at quarterback, there will be a three-way competition, but the guy in the lead, who I want to win the job really, is Corbin Nowak, a quarterback out of Colorado. He is a little short. He's 5'11", 208. But when you look at his archetypes, he has a big arm and he's mobile. That's what attracted us to him. We weren't looking to take a quarterback in the first round. There was like 3 quarterbacks in the draft class. We could have traded up in the draft to get the best one. I think the best quarterback was like an 80 overall hidden dev player. We only got normal dev, but 70 overall, not bad, 22 years of age. And I think, with his big arm and mobility, I love his balance. I think we could develop him. And, even though we didn't plan to take a quarterback, he just fell right to us. So felt like, get him in that first round, getting that 5th-year option, even though it's really not going to play that big of a role with it being a 5-year rebuild. But we get Corbin Nowak for 4 years instead of, waiting down the line where it's year 4, year 5, Super Bowl or nothing, and then we just take a quarterback. He has no time to develop at all. So, we got 4 seasons to get Corbin Nowak where we need him to be, and hopefully could become our next Matthew Stafford, or at least do what Matthew Stafford did when he came to LA, and that's bring a championship to the Rams. We still have Stetson Bennett on the team, and then we brought back Carson Wentz, who probably should be in the lead, for QB1, but we're going to give the nod right now to Corbin Nowak. At running back, it's going to be running back by committee. We brought in Dalvin Cook. He's one of our free agent signings. We have Kyron Williams, who we gave, I think, the start to last season. But this guy, Devin Vasher, we took right after Corbin Nowak in the second round out of Washington. And he's going to be our future starting running back, hopefully, in that backfield. We got Zach Evans down here, Dwayne McBride, some other practice squad players, C.J. Verdell. Fullback, still nobody but, the tight ends. We'll go over that later. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell. And this is probably Tutu Atwell's final season with us. I mean, his contract's going to be up, but his last chance really to prove that he could be our wide receiver 3. Still got Ben Skoranek here as our wide receiver 4. Tight end, Tyler Higbee, a reliable tight end, to throw the ball to. And then we got Hunter Long, Davis Allen, Alex Ward, one of those guys who want to play fullback. Left tackle, we decided to bring in Taylor Lewan because this guy, Joseph Noteboom, was straight garbage. He was trash at left tackle. I don't like the contract. Now, he only gave up 11. Usually, anything under 10 is fine. 10 is like, only says 11. This guy within 2 games had given up like 6 sacks. He ended up getting hurt for like 5 or 6 weeks. So if he stayed healthy the whole season, bro probably would have had at least over 20 sacks given up. That's why we had to bring in someone else. So we brought in Taylor Lewan, the veteran, to start at left tackle. In that left guard, we have Steve Avila going into his second season. We drafted this guy, JoJo Branch. Brian Allen still at center. Coleman Shelton. We drafted this guy, Philip Prater. Right guard, still got Kevin Dotson, Marquise Hayes, and then Rob Havenstein on the right. And then we have Warren McClendon sitting behind him. Our defensive end spot. So we didn't find the partner for Aaron Donald, or at least the Aaron Donald replacement. That was my original idea going into the first draft, but I just didn't see anybody that fit that mold of, having that Aaron Donald build. We had a chance to sign. There was a defensive end in free agency that I can't think of right now. I'll probably think of it later. But we had a chance to sign defense. It was Christian Wilkins. It was Christian Wilkins sitting in free agency. He really wasn't interested. So we didn't throw the money at him. I probably could have, maybe should have. I just decided, it wasn't the right move for us right now. So we have Ernest Brown here. We got Desjuan Johnson. Still got the great Aaron Donald there at right end. And I mean, depending on how this season goes, I said maybe a Stafford who's already gone now to retirement, but Aaron Donald, Cooper Cup, we might have to move some of these guys if we want to do the full rebuild, full teardown. But still got Aaron Donald, William Bradley King. Now we have Kobe Turner, and we have Bobby Brown. I'll probably play Bobby Brown at nose tackle, probably Kobe Turner at left end. I think that's how it was set up last season. Anyway, if we can develop, Kobe Turner, maybe he can be that partner, with Aaron Donald. And then we have Michael Hope, who had a good season last season. But this guy, Sean McLean. Now, we got him in the draft, 21 years of age, 65 overall only, but he was one of our few players, maybe our only player, with hidden dev. And, he can sub in for Michael Hope. Michael Hope probably will be the starter. We have O'Shawn Mathis. And I'm just going to attempt it again. Zach Van Valkenburg. Middle linebacker, we still have Ernest Jones. He's developing nicely. Kendrick Watford, I think we traded back up in the second round to get him, or he may have been a third round pick. Yeah, he was a third round pick. So what a great pick in the third round. He'll come in and play with Ernest Jones. Got Jake Hummel there. We got Byron Young, who did not win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Like I said in part one, when the AI CPU's controlling the Rams, damn near every year, you're going to see Byron Young's name up there. But with us, he had a good rookie season, 44 tackles, 4 TFLs, 5 sacks, but not Defensive Rookie of the Year worthy. You got Nick Hampton, who I think had a really good season for us last season. I want to say it wasn't Nick Hampton. I'm thinking about our safety, but Nick Hampton had a good season. Brought in Russell Douglas along with Taylor Lewan and Dalvin Cook, another one of our free agent signings, because we needed some veteran leadership in that cornerback room. I mean, we got Kobe Durant, who's still young, Darion Kendrick, Travius Hodges, Tom Linson, and then we just brought back Nicole Roby-Coleman before the preseason started. And we got Russ Yeast at free safety. We lost John Johnson. I know how I feel about John Johnson's name, but we lost John Johnson. Didn't re-sign him. We got Jason Taylor here still, and then Jordan Fuller, who had a great season, and then Quentin Lake. I think it was Quentin Lake who had a breakout season last season with 3 interceptions, 60 tackles, 3 TFLs. He was in the sub linebacker 2 spot, which will be played this year by Kendrick Watford. But what a great season. Now, at free safety, Quentin Lake at a 72, 25 years old. Russ Yeast, 25 years old, 72 overall. Those two will compete for that starting free safety spot. Quentin Lake, I think, gets the nod so far. But that is the team, that is the squad, that is the roster. Now going into training camp where we're going to have open quarterback competition. Now for the target passing, we are going to target Corbin Novick, the first round pick out of Colorado. Now, when I made the pick in the draft, I immediately regretted it or felt regret. I'm like, man, after seeing the other 2 quarterbacks who had better overalls, I think they both had hidden dev. I'm like, we got stuck with the normal dev guy. But when I looked at the ratings, like, he's mobile, he's a scrambler. It said he had a strong arm. Showing off his strong arm skills there. Hitting both targets. I mean, I feel like it was the right decision. Now, we couldn't go into the season with, 65 overall, 26 already going into a second year Stetson Bennett, or 62 overall Carson Wentz as our 2 quarterback options. And we hit goal over 30,000 points. That may have just won him the starting job right there. And then for the other quarterback spot, I think I'm going to do Stetson Bennett. I would do Carson Wentz, who probably is quarterback 2. You know what? We did Stetson Bennett last year. Let's do Carson Wentz this year.
Here we go, here we go.
We go deep to Tutu Atwell, who needs to have a big season himself. Because we were really going into the season thinking Carson Wentz was going to be, I don't want to say successor to Matthew Stafford. Right now, Carson Wentz not playing bad at all.
Here we go, here we go.
Look at that diving for the touchdown. What? Puka Nacua going into his second season. Had him in the slot last season, and what a throw from Carson Wentz, who we may start in the first preseason game. Are we going to get gold with Carson Wentz? This will add some quarterback controversy if we can get gold here. I usually never get gold. One more completion might do it. Go down, Puka. We need another rep. I'm going to go Tutu Atwell. And we get gold with Carson Wentz? What? Oh, yeah. Quarterback controversy on the rise. Running back, we are going to do the second round pick, Devin Vasher. And like I said, we're going to do running back by committee. Got Kyron Williams. We have Vasher here, who we took in the second round. And we also have the veteran Dalvin Cook. I don't know what's been up with these running back drills, but I haven't been dominating them. What in the... Yeah, I mean, we don't have a fullback, so we're going to have to start Dalvin Cook. Even if we start Dalvin Cook, Vasher probably at some point will be the starting running back.
Let's go. Go.
And we might not even get gold. Still have a chance. Just hit silver. Probably going to get 2 more touchdowns. Don't know if we could do that. Yeah, we're not getting it. So we'll take the silver. Not going to cheat the system. Not going to rig it. Receiver battle. Guess we could do Puka Nacua. Tell you what, we'll do Tutu Atwell. And then for red zone battle, we'll do Puka Nacua. Tutu Atwell going into a contract year. We know who our wide receiver 1 and 2 is. Tutu Atwell, though. Question mark. Do we want to invest in him long term to keep developing as our wide receiver 3? That was kind of off-target throw by Carson Wentz. And we get gold with 1 rep remaining. Let's just have fun and go deep here. And we get gold. So far, I mean, through four drills, all goal besides probably the easiest one at running back, which is crazy. We'll do Puka Nakua.
Ready! Ready! Go!
Who we put in the slot last season thinking he would have like
Set!
Cooper Cup type numbers, and he didn't. But
Set! Set, go!
that's what happens when it's your turn to control the team.
Let's go!
We might not even go. We gotta stop going for the 50, man. We gotta go for 200, 400. And we probably still don't got enough. We're gonna have to get.
Let's go now!
Definitely gotta get 400 on this last one. Put it in the right spot, and we get silver. Trench battle. I think we are going to do. Did not realize Kobe Turner had star dev, but Byron Young we have a normal dub. I think we did him last time. We want to do that edge rusher, Sean McLean. He had the hidden dev. We're gonna do him, see if we can develop him, and then we'll probably do the third round pick linebacker for the tackling drill. This guy is kind of short. So I just blasted, what was that, Stetson Bennett? Cannot get off the blocks. He needs to work on getting off the blocks. Probably get his block shedding up. Does have potential, though. Hidden dev. That's actually Carson Wentz he's tackling. And boom, we get gold with Sean McLean. Chase and tackle, we are going to do the rookie middle linebacker Kendrick Watford. And, I don't usually do the training camps every year, but, I mean, I've started doing them. I mean, if you can get extra, XP points and skill points, why not? Especially with this team now, we're getting younger. We need those points.
Go! Let go! Here we go! Set! Huh.
And who's back there at number 28? That's Marshall Faulk's number, right? Dalvin Cook wearing it? Did he get Marshall Faulk's blessing to wear that number? As I just tackled a dummy, looking like a dummy out there.
Let's go!
I have to change that number.
Come on! Set! Huh.
I mean, Wofford, let's see if he can hit stick up high. Yeah, he can.
Set! Ready! Ready!
It's like a great tackler, though.
Let's go now!
Try to get him Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we couldn't get Byron Young last year to do that.
Set! Ready! Here we go! Here we go!
And right now, Dalvin Cook, not making a strong case. Maybe now, but not looking like running back run so far in training camp.
Hot, hot. Ready, ready! Get up! Okay, ready? Go! Ready, set! Set up! Ready! Hot, hot.
It's gonna be real close. If we can get maybe one more big hit, maybe a fumble here. And we get gold at the last second. And then DB battle. I think we did, I want to say Kobe Durant and Darion Kendrick. But I feel like now we probably need to do Russ Yeast and Quentin Lake. They're in, Quentin Lake had that big season. They're going to be competing for the starting free safety job. So let's do these two guys. Don't know how Quentin Lake caught that. Did have 3 interceptions last season, though. And we already have gold with 4 reps remaining with Quentin Lake. He is just crushing it. Already knew Cooper Kupp was going to have at least 1 catch in this drill. Make that 2 catches, but a big hit from Quentin Lake. Don't try to hurt Cooper Kupp now. We need him the regular season, and now Cooper Kupp is just going on a tear. 3 straight catches after we get gold. Let's try to finish off strong, though. Slacking a little bit, and we cover it. We get gold. Now it is time for Russ Yeast. I don't know why. These names with the Rams players, like, nothing against Russ Yeast, but, yeast, all I think about is, like, yeast infections and... But Russ Yeast gets burnt first play by Cooper Kupp. Nice cut back.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot, hot. Set up. Ready, ready.
And just not enough speed to keep up with Cooper Kupp. They're literally running the same route.
Ready, ready.
I'm reading it. I know what route they're running, and we can't do nothing about it. I even passed interference him that time, and we can't do nothing about it. So, yep, looks like pass interference. Still caught it. Broke the tackle, touchdown. Yeah, so Quentin Lake, at least for the preseason, will be the starter at free safety. And we'll do kicker. Ain't gonna worry about punting. Don't wanna waste too much of y'all time. We'll do kicking with our young kicker, just to show off that we are the GOAT kicker in Madden. That's not a good kick. Target and the red box. Let's go. Target, red box again. Can we go 3 for 3? Target, red box again. Target, red box again. What a streak. 5 in a row? Okay, no target. But we should be able to get gold after that streak. Might get my highest score ever in the kick and drill. And we get gold with 20 seconds to spare. What a overall strong training camp from a team performance. A lot of goals. When we didn't get gold, we got silver at least. Probably should have got gold in certain drills, like the running back drill, like the Russian drill. Russ Yeast, I think, was the only one with, bronze. But, went up against Cooper Kupp, and we get gold. So now it's time to simulate the preseason games. But let's start the starters that we want to start at least for the preseason. So I think Carson Wentz will start the first game. Dalvin Cook is going to start with Vasher. But we'll go Kyron Williams. We'll leave it the way it is. And then Cooper Kupp probably should not be playing in the preseason. I did not do the depth chart before. So my apologies. Offensive line should be straight. Now, Aaron Donald is not going to be playing either. And then Michael Holt, McLean, linebacker, Ernest Jones, Wofford, Byron Young, Hampton, Douglas, Kendrick, Tomlinson, Cole, Roby Coleman, Russ Yeast. We're going to go with Quentin Lake. And then Russ Yeast, Jordan Fuller, and Jason Taylor. Third down back, it's going to be Vasher. Power back is going to be Kyron Williams. Slot receiver, going to do Puka and Skoranek. Byron Young they have on the right. Michael Holt on the left, but we're going to go with McLean. And then D tackle, we're going to bench Aaron Donald. Go Kobe Turner, Bobby Brown. Sub linebackers, Wofford, Quentin Lake. Go Jay Campbell, slot corner, Darion Kendrick. They have Quentin Lake, Cole, Ruby Coleman. We'll do Hodges Tomlinson. Yeah, so let's simulate the preseason. We have the Bengals who, as I record this Thursday night game against the Ravens, Joe Burrow out for the season. Sucks for Bengals fans. Sucks for Joe Shiesty. Let's see if we can beat them in the first preseason game. Rematch of that Super Bowl. And we lose 21-18. And Nowak may have outplayed Carson. Carson Wentz didn't play bad though. He was 5-9, but a touchdown for Corbin Nowak. Kyron Williams. Okay. Vasher didn't get any carries. No sacks, no picks from the defense. 1 for 1. You see what the kick and drill did. But we're gonna start Nowak for the next game. Looks like I said open quarterback competition, but right now I think it's a battle between Carson Wentz and the rookie Corbin Nowak. We're going to go with Kyron Williams. They have him at fullback. And he did what he did. But let's go with Kyron Williams as a starter, and we're going to get Vasher in there. I think that's the only changes we need to make. Simulate against the Chargers. Now it's the battle of the LA teams. I think that was the last game of the season for us last season. And we lose 28-6. But who performed? So Carson Wentz threw 2 picks. He's not going to be the starter. Nowak, he threw a pick, but he was 2 of 4. So now we will put Stetson Bennett in for the next game. Vasher was okay. Kyron Williams was not great at running back, but he was great at fullback. And then Austin Eckler just went crazy on us. Nothing too special from the receivers. Note, boom, you see they're giving up sacks against backups. Warford had a pick, so he's going to start at middle linebacker 2. And now we're going to put Stetson Bennett in the game to see if he can, who's standing out. This is probably one of the defensive ends or linebackers. Kobe Turner did it last season, doing it this season. I think we're going to do stopping the run, block shedding. Because we may have did power moves, finesse moves last season. And then we're just going to change the quarterback to Stetson Bennett and have Nowak as the backup. And then running back, we're going to do Vasher, and then we're going to do Dalvin Cook. Those will be the only changes. And then let's simulate this final preseason game against the Denver Broncos. Colorado, where our rookie quarterback is from, going back home. Actually, that game was in LA. I was going to say going back home. But hopefully we play the Broncos in the regular season. He goes back home. So Stetson Bennett, his only performance, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, a touchdown for Nowak. It's clear, 7-9. He won the starting quarterback job. Vasher may have just won the starting running back job, even though Kyron Williams had a touchdown. And then Puka Nakua, 124 touchdown. Of course, he's going to be wide receiver 2 behind Cooper Kupp. And then no sacks. We had no picks from the defense. Our kicker kicking the ball through the goalpost. But it looks like a couple of rookies may have just won starting jobs. And the first being Corbin Novak. You see the stats. Just because I wanted to start him, y'all see. It's clear as day. Novak was the best quarterback in the preseason for us. And then running back, Vasher. He had a better average, well, same average as Dalvin. Now, to be clear, Dalvin Cook didn't have as many attempts. But Vasher, man, he's going to start. He's going to start. And then we had Puka Nakua, was our best receiver. Offensive line was actually kind of good. And then our defense, we couldn't get any pressure. But that'll change when Aaron Donald is on the field in the regular season. So let's upgrade the team. Actually, let's cut some of these players first, and then we'll upgrade the team. I think I'm going to keep 3 quarterbacks in the roster, though. I'm going to let Stetson Bennett be on. I mean, we could demote him to the practice squad. We're going to do that for some of these running backs because we just have too many. And we'll keep Zach Evans. No fullback. Receiver. I like Blake Prohl. We'll cut Racy McMath. Actually, do we keep him as like a big body? I mean, we got Ben Skoranek. We'll cut Racy. And we'll cut Trammell. I'm just more familiar with Blake Prohl. And then I think we're going to keep our long snapper this season. We're going to put our rookie center. Going to move him to the practice squad. And then the rest should be fine. How many more players do we have to cut? Probably 2. Just 1. So maybe one of those edge rushers. So yeah, we're going to keep 3 quarterbacks. We're going to keep 4 running backs. We don't have a fullback, a natural fullback. But one of the tight ends will play. So we're going to keep Alex Ward, the long snapper. So one of these defensive tackles, actually, just because of the name. I've been picking on these Rams players with their names, but we're going to do it because of the name. Sorry, Val Vackenberg. But let's upgrade the players. Set the depth chart up to our liking. Adjust the lineup. And get on to the regular season where we start off in a division game against the Arizona Cardinals. So let's see how we're going to do this. So Nowak won the job. Carson Wentz will be the backup. Bennett will be quarterback 3. I think we're going to give Dalvin Cook the first game at least, with Vasher as running back 2. And then fullback, they have Kyron Williams. Now, we're going to do probably do the long snapper. Impact blocking is a 62. 64%. We'll do Davis Allen. 6'6", 250. Yeah, we'll do Davis Allen. That's fine, I guess. Don't do Ward. Receivers should be set. We do Hunter Long right there. Offensive line should be set. Now, defensive end, they have Ernest Brown, but I think we're going to play. All right, here's what we're going to do. Bobby Brown at defensive tackle. We're going to do Kobe Turner at defensive end. Aaron Donald, of course. Holt is going to start. McLean's going to be the sub. Byron Young, Nick Hampton. Travis Legend. We're going to actually play Travius Hodges Tomlinson over Nicole Roby Coleman. And then strong safety, Quentin Lake is going to play over Russ Yeast. Russ Yeast is going to be backup. And then strong safety Jordan Fuller with Jason Taylor and then Russ Yeast right there. And then kick return, they had Travis Hodges Tomlinson, Kyron Williams, okay. Could even do Vasher. And then punt return, Travis Hodges Tomlinson. And we'll do Vasher right there. Kickoff start will be Ethan Evans. Actually, might as well make it Lucas. He has 99 kick power now. Dotson, Allen, Steve Avila. Third down back. Now this is where we're going to change it. So third down back, we're going to do Vasher. Power back, we're going to do Kyron Dalvin Cook. Slot receiver, Cooper Kupp, Puka Tutu. Byron Young on the left. Michael Hope, but we're going to do McLean, D tackle, Aaron Donald, Kobe Turner, Bobby Brown. Quentin Lake, Wofford, and maybe Russ Yeast. And then slot corner, Kendrick, Nicole Roby Coleman, and Travius Hodges Tomlinson. So that is the lineup. That is the depth chart. And after a long preseason, our goal, I'm going to say, rookie quarterback, we had 7 wins last season. Still low expectations, especially with rookie quarterback, maybe starting rookie running back. I'm going to say 4 wins. Don't want McVay to, get fired or anything. Going to keep the auto-generated draft classes. And you have 2 quarterbacks. You have wide receiver, corner, tackle, tight end. Look like, the top 10 board is pretty spread out. Got an edge rusher in there. And the camp standout. And Kobe Turner could be that partner in crime for Aaron Donald that we're, desperately looking for. It could just be already there on the team. And we're going to do this rookie quarterback. And I'm going to say no expectations. We didn't even think we would be in this position starting a rookie quarterback day one. But, it just worked out like that. But let's simulate. First home game, we're 81 overall, 83 offense, 79 defense. And we lose 24-16. And what happened? So we passed the ball, turned the ball over. We were down 24-0 at the half. So to lose by 8 points, down 248 yards, a touchdown, and interception. Oh, that's actually a good, good start for him. Kyron Williams with the touchdown. Dalvin Cook under 4 yards per carry. Cooper Kupp doing Cooper Kupp things. Now he's back in the slot. Even he didn't have, his type of season last season. Byron Young with the sack. Aaron Donald getting the pressure that we didn't see in preseason. And then Ernest Jones with the interception. So, defense giving up 24 points in the first half. They cracked down on that a little bit. Maybe we can sneak out with a win in that game. But let's look at the camp standout. And our favorite line, felt like we were poised to do it. I felt like he wasn't going to do it. But I think under 4 yards per carry, team may not be going anywhere this season. Devin Vasher gets the start for the next game. But we're still going to be running back by committee. Third down back will be Dalvin Cook. Yeah, and then power back Kyron Williams. So all 3 should be able to touch the ball. And see, it's Dalvin Cook's former team too. Dalvin Cook's former team, my Vikes. Should have probably played. He's gonna play though. He's just not gonna start, and we lose 24-10. And let's see. Now look at that. We make a switch at running back. We go over 100 yards rushing. But we're scoreless in the first half again. And we lose to the James Phillips 6'6", 227 rookie quarterback that was an 80 overall hidden dev that we probably should have traded up for. Look at the player tag difference franchise quarterback, day one starter. Quarterback of the future for us. But touchdown, no interception. Vasher, his first start, 16 carries, 82 yards, average 5 yards per carry. He's the starter. And then look, 7 carries for Dalvin Cook, 34 yards. And then I thought maybe Kyron Williams would have had a carry, but he did not. But Cooper Kupp, another touchdown. Odell playing against his former team. Taylor Lewan giving up a sack, but Kendrick Warford, a pick in the first game. No, that was Ernest Jones. But Warford getting his first career sack. Aaron Donald, another sack. But we fall to 0-2. And, those 2 games that we just lost were at home. Scoreless in the first half, too. But we have a mock draft as we get ready for the Buffalo Bills. Tight end going number 1 overall. They have us projected to take a corner. Could still improve the corner room, even though it's still young right now. Still young, but we have, speaking of corners, breakout DB, and it is Kobe Durant. Trying to get him to a star dev. And we fall to 0-3. Give up damn near 40 to the Bills. But again, 100 rushing yards. We found our running back. 5 turnovers. At least we scored. We were up at the half, 16-14. But 5 interceptions for Corbin Nowak. A learning game for him. And then Dalvin Cook had a touchdown. Why is Kyron Williams not getting carries? I said running back by committee. Tyler Higbee with a touchdown. Byron Young with the sack. But the Bills defense bullying our rookie quarterback with the 5 interceptions. But breakout player Kobe Durant, let's see if he hit it. I don't think he did, and he actually did. Get a new star dev corner. Shout out Kobe Durant. CD. KD, Kevin Durant. We got CD there in the backfield. So we get our first win against Washington. We have a lot of home games early in the season. We fall to 0-4. We lose by 1 freaking point on a Thursday night game. Both teams had 91 yards at Zach Rush, and we're just turning the ball over too much. We were up. This time we shut out a team in the first half. 10-0. They didn't even score in the third quarter. They scored 14 unanswered in the fourth to win the game. 2 picks. Oh, man. Aaron Donald with 2 sacks. Warford looks like a great draft pick. And we don't have to commit. Now, we took him in the first round, but Corbin Nowak, after next season, if he's not improving, and there's a big quarterback name in free agency, we're going to Jared Goff his ass and get our Matthew Stafford. 5 interceptions, but we get our first win. You see, I talked about his job security, and, we get the first win against the Lions. And what happened? Not a lot of passing yards. Up 17-3 at the half. And look at that. 3 touchdowns, no picks. He showed improvement there. Vasher was okay. Nowak scrambled a little bit. Kyron Williams and Dalvin getting some carries. Tyler Higbee. 2 touchdowns for Puka Nacua. 2 sacks for Kobe Turner. Ernest Jones. Kicker doesn't miss with that 99 kick power. And we get our first win of the season. We're not going to go winless. We're 1-4. The Seahawks, though, 0-5. Cardinals 5-0. You would think that would be like the 49ers or something, but sorry, my beloved Seahawks, but 38-17, 2 straight wins going to the bye week. Y'all know this is a setup, though. We get 2 straight wins. It's the bye week. Now we're going to lose every single game for the rest of the season. 3 touchdowns. All it took was a little, trash talk from me. And we shut their running game down. Dalvin Cook had a touchdown. And then Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. The duo. The dynamic duo. Brian Allen giving up 2 sacks at center. Byron Young, though, doing what he should have did last season. Warford. Kobe Durant having a star breakout season with that new dev trait. Now it's time for the bye week. Let's look at the contracts. See who we have to extend. As you see there, the Rams head into Seattle this week, and we beat them. But let's look at the contracts. And first up is Ernest Jones. Even though he's not interested, probably because we're not winning right now, we're going to give him, I'll even give him 6 years. Up the money a little bit. We have a lot of money. Now, Aaron Donald, he's Aaron Donald. He's Aaron Donald. He's either going to retire with us or we're going to trade him to a championship contender. You know, give him whatever he wants. We'll even up this. May have to franchise tag him. Rasul Douglas, veteran, brought in on a 1-year deal. We'll wait. You know, got the emergence of Kobe Durant. Projected to take a corner. Tutu Atwell could improve. Wide receiver 3, Dalvin Cook, 1-year deal. Rob Havenstein, he's our best lineman, but we could get younger. But at the same time, star dev linemen don't grow on trees. So he's a team captain. Keep him here. Give him the Andrew Whitworth treatment. And he returns. Ben Skoranek, Bobby Brown, all these other guys. Taylor Lewan, I mean, we just brought in a 1-year deal, so yeah. Just got to work. Man, we're still going to have a lot of money even if we bring back Aaron Donald. So we need to spend in free agency. But looking at our defensive rush, number 7 in the league. Passing yards, 12. But look at Kobe Durant. Is he in the slot? Darion Kendrick, Kobe Durant. He's our zone corner, though. A little one-dimensional right now. But up to a 77 overall, and everybody else will just auto upgrade. But we need to work on a contract with Aaron Donald. Even if we don't, we can always franchise tag him at the end of the year. Probably be better than commit to the 2 years and just franchise tag him. Then we can either trade him or keep 1-year deal on him until he retires. But we're definitely trying to get him another ring before he does retire, or like Matthew Stafford did on us. But we are projected now to take a corner still, and this time Dante Harrell. That might be the same corner. Wasn't sure. It was actually John Fox. Now we have the Raiders, 2-5, 2-4. Look at that. The Cardinals, who were 5-0, fall to 5-2. The 49ers have lost. Seahawks were able to win their first game, but it's only up for us here. We could go to 3-4, 3 straight wins, and you know what happens after the bye week, the fall off. 46 rushing yards. Get shut out in the first half like we did the first 2 games of the season. We lose to Baker Mayfield, former Ram. Our quarterback was our leading rusher. Aaron Donald with a sack, looking for a new contract. Daniel Carlson misses a kick for the Raiders. We are 2-6 with a division game against the Cardinals that beat us week 1. They're looking to sweep us, and they do. They get the broom, they get the dustpan, and they put us in the trash. Now we can't run the ball. All of a sudden we can't. Well, I mean, we ran it okay, but 3 points in the first half. What is up with our first half offense? What is up with Norwalk becoming our leading rusher? We can't have our quarterback be our leading rusher. Zaven Collins and this guy Rayshon Riddick, 3 sacks each. Sewell Douglas with the interception. And we are 2-7. 2-6. Probably going to be 2-7 after this matchup against the 7-2 Jets. And that's exactly what we are. 10-3. Bye week has not been my best friend. 39 rushing yards against another one of Dalvin Cook's former teams. Taylor Lewan giving up 3 sacks. Aaron Donald, sack. See, this is where, like, have I passed the trade deadline? We trade Aaron Donald to, like, the Chiefs or something, pair him up with Chris Jones, and he wins the championship. Yeah, we're way past way past the bye week. I was thinking maybe like trade him to a championship contender, but we'll do that next season if he, you know, if we're not winning games. Let's try to put the 49ers last in the division. We don't want to be last, and we just might be the worst team in the division here in the NFC West. 4-game losing streak after the damn bye week. We can't pass the ball now. Now we're turning over 0 points in the first half again. Brock Purdy, we're making him look like Brady. Cooper Kupp had an okay game. Puka Nacua got shut down. Ernest Jones a lot of tackles because they probably were on the field a lot. Sean McClain, we might as well just start him over Michael Holt, right? Instead of just subbing him in. We're going nowhere, so yeah, I think we're going to do that. Probably not even going to check out who's injured. Go check it out. Just make sure it's not a quarterback or anything. And it's Bobby Brown. Dislocated his hip. Somebody else will fill in for him. Battle of the 2-8s, Bucks, Rams, and we're the worst of the 2-8 because now we're 2-9. Winless after the bye week. Can't score in the first half. Throwing too many interceptions. Incapable of running the football. Second game where we let two separate defensive linemen and linebackers or edge rushers get 3 sacks each on us. It's going to be I said it, year one, it's going to be a tough rebuild. Got to improve the team, though. We're far away from where we want to be. Got to develop, got to bring stars here to LA. Stafford retirement, of course, hurt us. And this team is just Havenstein just gave him a new contract. He's giving up 3 sacks a damn game. 3 sacks. At least our kicker hasn't missed a field goal. Well, let's look at the positives. Kicker, I don't think has missed a field goal. Kobe Durant went up to star dev. We're 2-11. Did we go scoreless in the first half again? Okay, we scored 7 points. 86 passing yards from our quarterback. Sean McClain gets a sack now that he's a starter. And we've had like a capable schedule. Like we played the 2-8 Bucks. We played the Seahawks when they were winless. We played beat the Lions. We played I think 49ers were bad when we played them. We beat the Patriots. Still can't pass the ball. Tackles, giving up too many sacks. Darion Kendrick with 2 picks. Russ Yeast with a pick. Quentin Lake has been awfully quiet, but Russ Yeast with the pick. And look at this, 2-12 Packers. So we had a schedule where we could win some games, and McVay not even get to the 4-win mark that we set at the beginning of the season. Finally passed for over 100 yards. Scoreless. It was Green Bay that was scoreless in the first half. Why is Dalvin Cook starting all of a sudden, though? Kobe Durant with another interception. But why is... Probably switched up the depth chart. Doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And before I forget, we never offered Aaron Donald a contract. I don't remember what he wanted, but we're just gonna give him. Just gonna break the bank with him. 15 mil, 15 mil, and there we go. There we have it. Last game of the season. This is probably for Sean McVay's job. I mean, if he doesn't win this game, he's probably fired. If he wins this game, maybe he keeps his job for another year. So. See what happens. Win to keep McVay, lose, he's probably fired, and they lose, and the front office decides to keep Sean McVay for another year. I mean, Super Bowl winning coach. We have a lot of money to spend. We're gonna have another high draft pick. This team can improve. 16-28. Didn't play a bad game. We just can't throw touchdowns. We can't run the ball. Can't block. Sean McLean, though, breakout game. 3 sacks. Didn't even start the whole year. And he might have just won kicker of the year as well. But we'll look at the team rankings for the season. And we were almost the last, one spot away from being the last offense in the league at 31. Passing yards 25, rushing 30, the defense 25. Now, this is funny because at the contract negotiation, we were like number 7, I think, or like top 10 when it came to stopping the run. But our young secondary stepped up and they stopped the pass coming in number 7, and then defensive rush for 25. We were last in the division, 3 wins, number 1 pick in the draft. But we already took our quarterback. So we could probably take something else. Maybe trade down. We'll see when we get to the draft. Dak, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes. And then you got Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Christian Kirk, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Von Miller, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, Demario Davis, Dre Greenlaw, Jartavius Martin, Devin White, Nicholas Moreau, and Blake Cashman. Looking at the stats, we were 30th offensive yards, threw for almost 3,400 passing yards, only 16 touchdowns though, and the defense yards 16. Ugly numbers, 666 rushing yards for Devin Vasher, and then Cooper Kupp, 1,300 yards with that quarterback play, amazing. 17 picks, 59, just terrible rookie season, almost 40 sacks given up from the offensive line, and then looking at it, it was running back by committee, even the quarterback was in there. Ran for 350 though, 1 touchdown, but 7 touchdowns for Kyrie Williams. He was the power back. Dalvin Cook was the third down back. He had 4 touchdowns, and then Vasher. These fumble numbers: Cooper Kupp, 2 for Dalvin Cook, 1 for Norweg, and then 1 for Vasher. In receiving, Cooper Kupp had over 100 catches, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns with this. Great season for Cooper Kupp. Puka Nacua wasn't bad. Tutu Atwell just isn't our wide receiver 3. We're adding some weapons in this offense in the offseason. The tackles type of season we had, 13, I'm not going to fault them too much, but Steve Avila was terrible. Brian Allen was, and then Kevin Dotson was okay. But as a unit, no. Watford leading the team as a rookie, 7 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 picks, may have been defensive rookie of the year, something that this guy should have won last year. And then Ernest Jones with an okay season. Darion Kendrick, he had that great game. Byron Young, better than his rookie season. Kobe Durant went up depth chart. Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald. Quentin Lake, disappointing season. And then Russell Douglas, kind of disappointing bringing him in. And then Kobe Turner was actually good. Sean McLean turned out good as a rookie. And looking at forced fumbles, we had a lot. 2 for Kendrick Warford, 1 for Ernest Jones, 1 for Aaron Donald, 1 for Byron Young, 1 for Jake Hummel. We had a block by Jake Hummel. We had a safety by Jake Hummel. I'm bringing Jake Hummel back. He's going to be a team captain for the special teams. And then kicking, 14 of 14, 100%. Longest field goal was 56 yards. He missed the extra pointer because it was blocked, but if he doesn't get the award because of that, that is BS. That is baby back. I'm calling it. I'm calling it out. And then yearly awards, MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the year goes to Gary Crawford of the Jets. NFC Awesome Player goes to Dak Prescott. Where is Cooper Kupp? Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Aaron Donald at 4. And the Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the quarterback. We probably should have took James Phillips, but he's in that Vikings offense where they throw the ball a lot. So it's going to be tough beating him. Novak comes in at 5'6". Well, these sixes with Vasher is just a red flag. Red flag. 666 yards, and then comes in at number 6. Got to get rid of him. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kendrick Warford. He is a normal dev, so I hope they give him star dev. Hell, even makes a Pro Bowl or something like that. Maybe we could go to superstar dev in 1 year. And then Sean McLean, who wasn't even starting, comes in at number 7. Best QB goes to Dak Prescott. Running back goes to Tony Pollard. Receiver goes to Odell on the Vikes, and Cooper Kupp at number 8. Offensive line goes to Caleb McGarry. D-line goes to Micah Parsons. You got Aaron Donald at number 3. Linebacker goes to Shaq Barrett now on the Falcons. Woodford at number 9. DB goes to Jartavius Martin. And then best kicker goes to Lucas Havrisek, who might go up dev trade too. Advance to the divisional round. We're not in the playoffs. Advance to the conference championship. We should have some Pro Bowls. I would say Cooper Kupp, maybe our rookie linebacker, our kicker. We'll see. Is Ravens Cowboys Super Bowl. Just hurt seeing that quarterback thriving over there. Cooper Kupp is wide receiver 5. Aaron Donald. That's like automatic. Kicker of the year doesn't make it. Come on, man. So Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp. And let's upgrade. Already has 99 kick power. And he goes up to star dev. Let's go. And then Wofford, upgrade field general. He should be up to star dev. Soup. What? I'm just calling everything out. Since I'm calling it, I'm calling my own shots. Next year, we're gonna, or in the off season, we're gonna get some superstar players. They're gonna come in here and they're gonna help us have a winning season. We're gonna make the damn playoffs. Bruh goes from normal dev all the way to superstar in 1 season. So he went up to star dev for whatever reason, and then he just gets superstar dev from the defensive rookie of the year. Let's go, man. And then Ethan Evans. These names, man. These Rams names. I like Ethan Evans though. But big upgrade at middle linebacker right there. So, I mean, quarterback, once we put a better team around him, give him another fair shot, should be good. Vasher, I mean, those 6s are, scaring me a little bit. Puka Nacua not being at least star dev just sucks. But definitely going to get another wide receiver in here to, pair with them. Need that 3-headed goat. And then, Higbee is reliable, but you saw that we got the number one overall pick. That tight end was mocked to go number 1. So might have to upgrade tight end or get younger there. Offensive line definitely needs probably some work. Get younger at tackle, get a better center. And then defense, Kobe Turner got injured. We got Aaron Donald still. We need another D lineman. Kobe Durant goes up. Darion Kendrick didn't have a bad season. Douglas is probably gone. Tomlinson's a special teams guy. McLean looks like he's going to be good. Watford, he's a superstar. Byron Young should be at least star dev. Jordan Fuller had a quiet season. We could use another safety. And then special teams, we got our kicker, we got our punter. So simulate Super Bowl, get to the off season, let's spend some money so we can have a winning season next season. Still got question mark at quarterback though. We're gonna give him another shot, first round pick, put a better team around him. As the Ravens, did they win the Super Bowl year one? They repeat. It's the same Super Bowl. This time Marlon Humphrey is the Super Bowl MVP, but the Ravens repeat. Cowboys lose 2 years in a row. Patrick Mahomes, Mike McCarthy, Lamar Jackson, Micah Parsons. So you had the coach of the year, the defensive player of the year, and the offensive player of the year all in the Super Bowl. And then the defensive rookie of the year goes to, oh, you also had the offensive rookie of the year and Travis Kirkpatrick in the Super Bowl. So all the yearly award winners were all in the Super Bowl outside of Patrick Mahomes, who's the MVP, and our defensive rookie of the year, Kendrick Warford. So that just shows you what type of player and what type of season Kendrick Warford just had, rightfully deserving that golden boy, that superstar dev. We'll upgrade these practice squad players, and we'll get to the off season. We'll look at the retirements, actually. No Aaron Donald, but and Harrison Smith goes, Demario Davis, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, couple of former Eagles there. Pat Pete, Aaron Rodgers, the Jets is gone. Jason Kelsey, man, the Eagles taking big hits. Khalil Mack, Russ Wilson is gone. No Rams. Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, another year. Over 127 mil to spend. Most of our young players under contract, their rookie contracts. Mock Draft 3 is out. They have us taking a tackle, which would not be bad. But when you see this tight end right here, this wide receiver right here, man, we can go in a ton of directions. I'm telling you right now, we don't see a receiver in free agency. I think this is mostly going to depend on what happens in free agency will steer us to our draft pick, I feel like. And looking at all these players, another tight end. This tight end looks really good, though. Don't know if he's generational enough, but this receiver, though, just nothing but A's and B's. Peter Cobb. Get our quarterback a receiver to throw the ball to. But Rasul Douglas, don't think I'm going to bring back Tutu. I don't think I'm going to bring any of these guys back. Why was Ben Skoranek a team captain? I don't even think I named team captains in the beginning of the year. So, that's my fault. Taylor Lewan loses his dev trait. Nope, Boone's finally up. Jay Como, he had a phenomenal special teams season. So we're going to bring him back. And everybody else can walk. Stetson Bennett will be our backup quarterback next season. No more Carson Wentz. And let's advance the week. And we're going to have to spend the money. I hope this is a big free agency class. Let's look at our holes, see what we can improve on. Safeties. Jordan Fuller, we still got Quentin Lake, Russ Yeast. But if somebody is, there better, we can sign. Still need help. Who the hell is this guy? Still need help at corner. Like that veteran in there. I think we're set at edge. I think we're going to go for it with Sean McLean if he kept his star dev. He did not. They robbed him. What? Okay, he probably should have just had star, so I'm not that mad about it, but I'm mad about it. I'm not 38, but did he lose his dev trait? I feel like this is where they start robbing me of my dev traits. Okay. Need left tackle. Could use tight end. Receiver, of course. Even running back still, but we'll check out free agency, see what is available. Nick Chubb. Interesting. Quarterback, nothing. We're going to stick with the guy that we have. Running back. We got money to spend. Nick Chubb leaves Cleveland. His Georgia teammate Sony Michel, who was drafted by the Patriots, played for the Rams. Nick Chubb may be doing that same thing. I've been screwed out of running backs. You know, the Ravens rebuild. When I traded for Jonathan Taylor, and then we traded him back once he got the contract extension, you know, with the Colts. I'm not missing out. We're going to spend money somewhere. We couldn't run the ball last season. Speaking of the Patriots, they're right behind us in the running for Nick Chubb. Fullback, I mean, we'll just probably draft one. Receiver, Amari Cooper is there, but D-Hop is there too. Ooh. D-Hop. D-Hop, Cooper Kupp, and Puka Nacua. I don't know. I kind of like that. I'm leaning towards that receiver, Hunter Renfrow, though, in the slot. But we already have Cooper Kupp for that. I feel like that receiver in the draft may be where we go. Could bring Odell back. He won wide receiver of the year. Bring Odell back to L.A. Tight end, got David Njoku. Juwan Johnson has superstar dev. Somehow. Garrett Bowles is here at tackle. Jedrick Wills. Another Browns player. I said we're going to spend money. I'm not going to hold on to the money like we did with the Saints rebuild. That was one of the problems we had with that. We're going to spend this money. We have a right guard, right? Yeah, I'm not going to bring in Quinn Miners. Zadarius Smith. Need a left end. Got Michael Pierce, Eric Armstead. Another season where we just don't improve. Matthew Judon's there. JOK. We have our Dafe Owe. I think I'm gonna go with Judon for a 2-year deal. Greg Newsome, another Browns. I don't want to just get all Brown players. Micah Hyde, no. Eddie Jackson, maybe if this was 4 years ago. I'm really receiver. DeAndre Hopkins would help out our young quarterback. But, I mean, Judon adding to the defense, adding to the offensive line, you know, and then bringing in Nick Chubb, our big free agent, like, and then improving in the draft. I feel like this is a good start. So let's get these 3 players, you know, get Nick Chubb and Jedrick Wills, you know, the Browns players, and then get, you know, Matt Judon. He's gonna add with Byron Young and our linebackers and Aaron Donald. So that'll help out. Let's get these 3 guys. Hope I get them. Fuck. My own team. Why can I not get an elite running back? Ever. Elijah Mitchell's here. That just makes me want to just snag a receiver right now. Who didn't get signed? D-Hop. We had the best bid. I should have just threw more money at him. Oh, that sucks. The Vikings, they get the quarterback we should have got in the draft, and then they steal our running back in free agency. Can't make this up. Getting screwed by my own team. Wouldn't you want to come down? You want to go to Minnesota? Yeah, I was taking a tackle. I think it's down to maybe that tackle, the receiver, which is why we're not going after D-Hop them, and that tackle, the receiver, and the tight end. Oh, that sucks, man. We get two big free agents. We'll see who's left over on the last day. Don't even want to look at that. Yeah, Tutu Atwell, Odell, two former Rams, Khalil Herbert. Marcus Peters, former Ram, and he D lineman. Michael Pierce at nose tackle. It wouldn't be bad. He's interested. Move Colby Turner over to the left. Just feel like that's not good enough. Oh, we needed Nick Chubb. I had so much money only going out there. I should have threw more money at him. Should have did the skill tree for the coaches. I probably should have did that, but gonna make the Vikings pay for that. Gonna make my Vikes pay for that. I hope we play them next season. They still have us taking that tackle. But we got Jedrick Wills. So probably gonna steer away from that. It's gonna come down to the tight end and the wide receiver. So scout the private workouts. I haven't even looked at the draft class. Running backs, don't care. I wanted Nick Chubb. Fullback, we're getting this guy because he looks amazing, looks almost generational, Isaiah Dunn. But we're going to do, there's actually a couple of receivers. There's Peter Cobb, but we have the number 1 overall pick. There's this tight end here, and there's this other tight end. But we still have, we got our tackle. We still have, there's other linemen too, but I was trying to say that we still have Tyler Higbee. So no need really to go tight end. And then D-line, is there that Aaron Donald somewhere? And there may be with Devontae Burgess. There's some good D linemen. Tell you what. So the receiver, 3 A's and a B, 6'2", 218, elite jumping, great strength, A's all around. He looks like the pick. Tight end. There's another tight end with like similar stats, but he has elite everything. Oh man. Elite everything. Then the D lineman, ACBA, with elite strength, A's all around. Kind of a lackluster free agency, but
Now
looks
on the
like it's going to be
clock,
a great
the
draft for us. Now,
Rams.
we are going to look at the offers, see how far we can go down. I don't want to go down to 4. I would go down to maybe 2 or 3, but I don't want to miss out on the play. I don't like any of those offers. So at number 1 overall, got Jedrick Wills. We're not going tackle, right? Tight end. We have to cut or trade Higbee if we go him. Elite everything, man. Would be a great security blanket for our quarterback. But the fact that there's another tight end here with a lot of A's, not elite stuff, but we have the opportunity to get, another receiver. We passed on DeAndre Hopkins and Odell and didn't bring back Tutu Atwell. And I think getting this physical receiver with a lot of A's, I'm going Peter Cobb. Nephew, maybe, of Randall Cobb.
With the next selection, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
I'm going to go to the
The
next
Los
pick.
Angeles Rams
And
are
this is either going to
They're
be
on the
tight
clock.
end or that defensive end. And the tight ends are gone. So, sign the tackle. There's a lot of linemen I see down the board, maybe. But defensive end, Burgess is still there. This guy is still there. Will McMichael. But Devontae Burgess, we looked at him. He has elite strength, B's and A's all around. Now, we have linebackers, could still use safety. Some safeties down the board that we'd probably get. So, yeah, I think the right move would go in Burgess, get our other defensive end, pair it with Kobe Turner and Aaron Donald. Not generational, not Aaron Donald type maybe, but we need help on the
The
D-line. And, of
Cincinnati
course, it's normal
Bengals
Dev.
are on the clock. The Los Angeles Rams now
I was
on
unaware
the
that
clock.
we had another second-round pick, too, but I'm going to go tight end. Just went D lineman. What? Did not see this guy. Looks okay, though. Corner. We go safety. And, of course, they take all the safeties. Jeff Peak might be a punter worth taking. Now, the fullback I like. Tight end. I don't know what to take here. We need center. We do need center. Do we reach on one of these day 3 centers? We'll take Patrick Cameron.
On the
Hidden
clock
Dev,
now,
baby. Let's go.
the
Back on
Dallas
track.
Cowboys.
Hit a hidden Dev center. Just trying to think of
On
positions
the
of
clock
need.
now, the Los
for us.
Angeles Rams.
O-line. Use competition at safety. Let's get Brian Rivers. Don't like the poor. Let's look at this guy. All he can do is hit and tackle. Free safety maybe. Nothing there. Is there a corner that we could probably move to safety? Don't really see one. And you got Ricardo Hoover. But not really. It's edge rusher. Another linebacker. But we don't need one. I think this is where we take a tight end. Take a chance on a tight end. It's probably going to be this guy, Colin Cunningham.
The Bengals now on the clock.
This draft is weird. It's like we get a pick that we like, and then we get a pick that's like, if the overalls are great, yeah. But I'm so used to getting a lot of hidden dev players. Go safety. Probably not go safety. See what's available at corner. I mean, this guy right here, straight up slot. Tracy Brown, elite agility, got some speed on him. Take a chance on him.
Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
And I think in the 5th round,
The Los Angeles Rams
or with this
are
other
up.
4th round
They're
pick,
on the clock.
I'm gonna take him. Elite jumping, elite strength, A lead block, A run block. I'm taking this fullback Isaiah Dunn. May not have hidden dev, but should be a great overall. We get a, not able to sign Nick Chubb, but drafting a center, signing Jedrick Wills, and then drafting a fullback. You can tell we're trying to fix the running game. Lost Dalvin Cook. I don't like the 666 stuff. What's going on with Vasher? Do we dare take a running back? Do we dare take a running back? Took Vasher in the 2nd round. Just don't know what to take here. We just beef up the wide receiver room. We need deep threat. 4.27. He's our new return man.
With the next selection,
need some speed.
The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams.
Took a corner. I don't think we took a safety yet, and we need to take one. I just don't see one that is really worth taking. Brian Rivers is staying on the board. Just no safeties left available for us. This is Tyreek Durant. Maybe related to Kobe Durant. Corey Robinson, maybe related to me. Elite strength. Poor jumping. A block shedding, A pursuit. We're going to take a chance on him.
The 49ers on the clock now. Now on the clock, the Rams.
I'm going to trade away this pick for a future pick. We'll do a 6th-round pick with the Texans. I'm not doing any deal with the Vikings right now. Not doing any deal with them. Look at the 6s. 6-6 Packers. But I like maybe the 6 and the 7 from Washington.
The current pick has been traded.
We'll see what they do with the pick.
Up next,
Go receiver.
Philadelphia
And with this
Eagles
last pick,
are
I
on the
think we're gonna
clock.
add. Damn, we have another 6. We had 3 6-round picks. I can't wait to end this in this part 2 because there's a lot of 6s going on. But when you see a punter with A accuracy, A awareness, he's a accurate type and he has great kick power. I'm gonna take a chance on him. Hidden
It's
Dev.
the
We got a new
Cowboys
punter.
now on the clock.
Hidden Dev punter to go with our newly star dev kicker, changing up the special teams, and that was actually our last pick. But I don't think it was a bad draft. Just it was not a bad draft at all. What am I talking about? What was I complaining about? Not a bad draft at all. 85 overall punter. What? Generational. I'm calling it. I've been calling my shots all video. Generational punter. And when you look at it, I said, yeah, he's a accurate type. He's an accurate type. Had A accuracy, A awareness. He didn't even have elite kick power. It just said great. I was expecting. I saw the hidden devil like 72, 73 overall, maybe a 70 over. 85, best player in the draft by far. I don't even gotta look at the draft class. Best player in the draft by far, and we got him with our last pick in the draft, 6th-round pick, Jeff Peak. Hell yeah, he peaked. No, he hasn't. He hasn't even peaked yet. He's gonna be a 99. What a pick, man. But look at this. I think we had, what, maybe 3 hidden devs. It was the punter, it was the center, and it was the receiver, right? So 3 hidden devs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players at least a 70 overall or higher. Whiffed on the 66, but not bad. He'll be a 70 his rookie year if he gets some playing time. And then at 85, this draft class, despite we got some hidden devs. Normal's not the end all be all. Y'all saw what the middle linebacker, what type of year he had going up to superstar before they stripped him and robbed him of the dev trait. But getting Jedrick Wills, getting Matt Judon in free agency, missing on a Nick Chubb hurt. But this draft class makes up for the lack of big names that we were able to bring in free agency. Now we're going to let's look at some of these players first of all. Peter Cobb, 79 overall. We passed on that tight end. We're just going to go with Tyler Higbee. We're going to add to his wide receiver room, get back to that, team that won the Super Bowl where they had Odell with Cooper Kupp and, the Van Jeffersons, But Peter Cobb is going to be better than Van Jefferson. Say that. Deep threat, physical. He can be the deep threat, physical type, while Puka and Cooper Kupp worked the slot. I think it was a great pick. We took him number 1 overall. Adding a weapon for our young quarterback to try to believe him and try to develop. And then Devontae Burgess, 75 overall. He's gonna play with Kobe Turner and Aaron Donald. Hopefully by the time Aaron Donald retires, he could be the next Aaron Donald. Center Patrick Henry's going to come in there, him and Jedrick Wills, to pair up with Rob Havenstein and Kevin Dotson and Steve Avila. Offensive line gets better, gets younger. Cunningham. I mean, we passed on that tight end with receiver, but look at this overall. 76 overall. He could come in and take the job from Tyler Higbee at some point. We get another weapon on offense. We get a tight end too. Remember when they had Tyler Higbee and Gerald Everett the 2 tight end system. And then we get up 75. This guy was just a straight up slot. I'm like, okay, all he can do is just play in the slot. 75 overall. He comes in, adds, competition to the cornerback room. The fullback, we didn't have one on the roster. He's a 73. Thought he would be like generational better, but not a bad overall. We get a fullback on the team, and then we get another receiver in the wide receiver room, a speedster, and Jalen Griffin out of Oklahoma. Could be a return guy, can come in, throw the ball deep to him, whiffed on the safety. But man, what a draft class. Makes up for the free agency. It would have been great if we were able to land Nick Chubb. But this draft class, by far. And we got the second best player in the class with Peter Cobb, 1 and 2 with the number 1 overall pick, and then our last pick in the draft. James Taylor, that tight end, was a 79, same as the receiver. So he goes to the Steelers. But their career is probably going to be compared. Like, we passed on him. Steelers got him at 3. Same overall. Who's going to have the better career? Chiefs get a running back. Alex Foster. And then what other players? Oh, man. In the 5th round? What a steal by the Titans. He replaces DeAndre Hopkins. We got a top 10 tight end. We got the second best tight end in the 3rd round. Great wide receiver class, by the way. Top 20 player in Tracy Brown. We get an A+ for the draft. We get A+, grade A for the draft king. Even though I wanted more hidden devs, we still wear our crown. But disappointing season, 3-win season, number 1 overall pick. Spent a little money in free agency. We wanted to splurge a little bit more. Missed out on Nick Chubb. Vikings, I'm on your head. But draft class, generational punter. This team should be able to improve for year 3. But that'll wrap it up for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3.